Our health is our most precious asset, and most of us will do what is necessary to maintain a long and healthy life. At the same time, our instinctive drive to maintain our health has resulted in some very big business. Doctors now have a plethora of prescription drugs available for patients, and billions of dollars in revenue is recorded annually within the pharmaceutical industry. Whether it be due to a lack of faith in traditional medicine, or a desire for a more natural lifestyle, or perhaps other personal motivating factors, more and more people are turning to naturopathic and holistic options to maintain their health. Today, we explore the ins and outs of alternative medicine and how integrative medicine may be the direction in which modern healthcare is moving. Hey Calgary, I'm Kevin Chorney. Thanks for joining us. Tonight we're talking alternative medicine, and I'm here with Dr. Joe Klassen, ND from Fish Creek Naturopathic Medicine, as well as Dr. Eric Arata, ND from the Eclipse Health Group. Gentlemen, thank you both very much for being here and taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Guys, let's get right into it then. So what exactly is naturopathic medicine, or I guess naturopathy, and how does it differ from holistic medicine, or I guess what's called the homeopathic? I'm a total newbie in this regard. You're going to have to help me out. Fill me in.
Well, the first one I'll talk was homeopathic medicine.
Okay.
Because homeopathy is a very special area, or what we call a modality within naturopathic medicine.
Yeah.
But what you have is the use of very ultra-diluted substances in a like cures like fashion. Okay. That's one of the things a naturopath may choose to use. It was the standard for your MD medicine through the late 1800s and the early 1900s, okay, using these, and it's evolved in Europe and has a long history of use. But people, I think just the word home, think, oh, this is home medicine. And it is not. Homeopathy is in the similars, like cures like.
Right, right.
As a naturopathic doctor, we can use that. We use nutrition, lifestyle. We can do some laboratory testing, physical manipulation. We have a lot of things that we can do. Homeopathy is one of them.
Okay. Okay, let's talk a bit about holistic medicine then. What are some examples of, I guess, what treatments would be administered under a holistic medicinal regime?
That's a broader topic, right? You're talking about a lot of people, I guess, more recently had viewed naturopathic as it's seen as a relative newcomer to healthcare, although it's been there, sort of has a much longer history. But holistic might include everything from massage to, acupuncture and related type therapies, Reiki, what have you. So it really depends on the individual, what they want to receive, what particular condition they may have and what's relevant to their case. Like Dr. Klassen already alluded to, we have a lot at our disposal. Yeah. One of the ways I tend to refer to at least the naturopathic practice, so I'll get back to holistic, is, similar training to a family doctor, but instead of sort of surgery and pharmaceuticals, we'll tend to use a lifestyle and more natural approaches.
So is naturopathic medicine more about prevention than treatment? Is that fair to say? What's sort of the mentality behind the practice itself?
Well, prevention would be a key area of it, but it's not exclusively prevention or acute treatment.
Okay.
But looking at a health goal, which I think is not often the case with family practice currently. What is your goal? My goal is to be healthy. My goal is to be able to have these physical capacities to my later years, or even within a shorter time. I want to go from my tubby middle-aged self to running some marathons, and I would like some preventative medicine as a part of that. So it's included in it. And I think the word holism, as you used earlier, might also not apply so much to the medicine, but to the patient. Let's view the patient as a whole, somebody who has emotions, who has a past, who has a future that they want to keep in mind.
Spirit.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, interesting. So then what would be some of the, I guess, ingestible substances that would be administered through some of your treatments? What are we talking about? I mean, I guess in the intro I showed a few pictures of, what was it, rose petal water? I'm not entirely sure what that was.
Yeah,
that was the Bach flower remedies,
if
I recognize the label, which is really akin to the homeopathy. They're using very ultra-diluted substances.
Okay, okay.
And so that's one of the things we would use. Obviously food, and that's something that I think Dr. Arata and I both have a passion for, is real food, that we want our patients to eat real food. We want them to digest it, absorb it, and eliminate their wastes effectively.
Sure.
And that's a key. And I don't think there's any ailment that doesn't improve if I can have my patient well nourished.
Sure. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, I think.
And then we would use at times concentrated isolates, or a vitamin or a mineral supplement.
Okay.
Plant extracts, herbal medicine, homeopathy, like you had sort of referred to as either what's known as a combination remedy or individually. It's gone to a point now within the practices where there's a little bit of an overlap between what's considered an integrative medical doctor and a naturopathic doctor. So there are, injections, IVs, more nutritional in origin, right, to support the individual who might be compromised digestively and can't get a lot out of their diet. So just to sort of buy some time in the window, you might give them a little bit of extra boost that way until they can work into sort of a proper, digestive health and dietary approach.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Who are your patients? I mean, generally speaking, is there one demographic that's knocking on the door more than others, or is it the whole gamut, male, female, varying age groups?
It's women. Well, it's the whole gamut. I mean, the truth is there is specialization. Some do pediatrics, some focus on whether it be particular conditions like digestive, or support for cancer, whereas others might focus on particular types of therapies, like they prefer to do joint and injection, or they'll tend to do more diet and lifestyle. But I don't know your experience, but it's predominantly women. Although we'll have guys come in, but usually when the guys come in, it's either their mom's bringing them in, or their wife's bringing them in.
Okay. My male patients were still brought in by a woman. So,
really? Interesting. It's an interesting phenomenon, because if my social media is really any indication, alternative medicine, naturopathy is growing in popularity quite quickly. Are you noticing an influx of patients? Are things kind of steady? Have they been sort of, have they plateaued? I mean, where are we at?
That's a great question. The market is growing dramatically, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the naturopathic clinic section of it is growing as rapidly. There are, health food stores. There are a number of not regulated practitioners who are in the natural health business.
That sounds a little dangerous.
Well,
not regulated.
As a regulated naturopathic physician, I would like to say that I certainly believe in having some regulation and being able to say to the public, look, we have achieved a certain level of training, we maintain a certain level of quality, and that there is a body that will hold us accountable to that.
It's important to note that the Alberta Health Services, government of Alberta, has recognized, of course, naturopathic doctors as just that, practitioners. Yes. So for people are they just spending their money on online merchants? Is that part of the equation as well? It almost seems like it might be a little irresponsible for that to be happening.
Yeah, there is a lot of Dr. Google going on, right? Self-medication and exploration. And like Dr. Clausen alluded to, there are some non-regulated individuals out there sort of passing themselves off. That's to, buyer beware.
Yeah. There's multi-level marketing vendors that have got the next miracle product, and they all seem to run their gamut. You've got some very seductive websites that will draw people in to purchase those online products too.
That sounds that's dangerous. That's tough.
But like you said, the whole field is expanding. And that's sort of an interesting discussion just within ourselves. Is why is that? And a lot of it is just there's more information out there, just as far as what's available. And I think it's a broader discussion that we're hearing a lot more in mainstream in regards to, well, why are some of our animals sick, or what's happening as far as Monsanto and GMOs and so on and so forth related to the environment, over prescription of antibiotics for creating resistant infections. And so all these little bits of information are filtering in, and people are perhaps starting to sort of wonder, well, how might I go about actually approaching healthcare differently? What's important to me? And given that it's predominantly women coming in, they're the caregivers, right? They're the ones that effectively will run the household and make the decision as far as what's on the table and what my kids get. That drives a lot of it.
Makes sense, yeah. Folks, we're going to jump to a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.